All right, this is video 3 for my engine report. I'm just going to cover these two sections, so visualizer and math tools. So for my visualizer, first thing is recycling commands. So I have a command pool, and the command pool has a list of bsphere commands and box commands, because those are really the only two things we're visualizing. So you can get a bsphere command or box command and then recycle them. Pretty simple stuff. The visualizer will accumulate these commands every frame and then execute them. So in visualize all, that gets called, I think I showed it earlier in Gemini draw during the draw phase. So visualize all, loops through all the commands, executes them, and then immediately recycles them. Yes. The visualizer only has two graphics objects. It has the sphere and the unit box, and it just reuses them all over the place. So you create those at the beginning, right here. Create the wireframe models, and then when you are actually showing this bsphere or showing a box, you call render bsphere render box, and it just takes that unit sphere or that unit box, sets the color that you want, the world matrix that you want, and renders it. So it's the same graphics object, just like put everywhere. Yeah, so the main functionality that I have, nothing too crazy, just the ones that people would use would be show collision volume and show line segment and show marker. So these three guys. And you just pass in the information that you want. For the collision volume stuff, it will go to the collision volume itself, which will then call either submitting the bsphere, the AABB, or OBB visualization. So this is where it does the math on the matrix that you need, and then it pushes back into the list of commands, a new command with that stuff, and you get it from the recycling pool. So that's how that works. For line segment, you take all the information provided, so the starting point, the direction, length, color, width, and you create the world matrix that you would need for a box, because it's just a super skinny box stretched really big, and then you push that into the list of commands. Marker is pretty simple. You just do the position and the size. It scales, creates a world matrix that you need, and puts that in the list of commands. In terms of showing this off, I actually use this stuff in my game. So I'll do a little sneak peek of the game. Basically, sorry for all the pings. Basically, when you press spacebar in the game for your tank, it will show a line kind of where you're aiming. So I used visualizer show line segment and just put all the information that I needed, so super easy to use. And then also I do a shield, and I just use the visualizer show collision volume for the player's bsphere, and that draws like a circle shield around the player. So let me run this. I mean, you'll see it later, but whatever. I still am drawing all of the other stuff, but and I also have draw lines. So when you hold spacebar, you draw a line of like where you're aiming, and well, you can see the spheres are working fine, and the shield is the blue shield. So in the game, all this other crap would be gone. It would just be the blue shield and the line, but forgot to comment all that out. So yeah, that's visualizer stuff. For math tools, I showed a lot of this earlier, but here is all my different stuff. I tried to comment it pretty well with what all these different methods do. Have the intersection stuff here. Other helpful things. I use this is point inside 2D box a lot in my UI system for like detecting if a mouse overlaps a box. All this stuff is for the internals of the intersection stuff, summing ABBs, and then the barycentric stuff for terrain, but it could be used for other things. And yeah, I tried to comment it pretty well. Some of them are maybe a bit longer than they should be, but they're pretty short. So yeah, just scrolling through it. I don't know if that's helpful, but that is my math tools class, and that's all I'm going to cover for this video.